Hello everyone and welcome to my sketching video. Uh, I'm not sure yet what I will draw now, but I figured I would at least try to film one. But it's my first one, so you learn as you do things. Here are some previous pages. Yeah, I will make a proper video uh, once I actually make the sketchbook tour, when I'm finished with it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this. So here I am just sketching, but I had to cut out a lot of the sketching process because I use a very light color pen. So it wasn't very visible, but yeah, this is just some Star Wars uh, because it's like my obsession. Star Wars is not very good, but it's like it's very fun. Sorry for the camera shaking. I have my camera on the desk. Uh, but yeah, I love Star Wars. You will see a lot of it in my sketchbooks and stuff. It's kind of me and my girlfriend's thing. She got me into it, and it's kind of a comfort media for me now. I draw a lot of it. Oh yeah, for anyone wondering, I use the Pentel pen brush. This is the pocket pen brush. I prefer the standard one, but it's not waterproof, at least not the one that I got, which, makes things harder to paint over and to add water. But yeah, I love the brush. I used an ordinary brush, just like a brush and ink for a very long time. But it's become kind of a hassle to constantly be cleaning up after the after the use. So I switched back to the pen brush. I mean, that's how I learned to draw with the brush in the first place, on a comic workshop where we used to do these exercises with brushes and stuff. Uh, so yeah, here is just Anakin and Obi-Wan. Uh, if you two don't shut up, I'll turn this damned card around. Yeah, and Ahsoka is in the background. I've never seen the cartoon, but like with a lot of Star Wars, I just like the Star Wars in my head. I don't know if that makes sense. Uh, there are just some things where the source material is not what it should be, so uh, you have to make up your own canon, if you get what I mean. But you shouldn't argue with people over it. Uh, I used to be much more into online fandoms, but recently, like through the years, I've just learned to value the peace of my own mind in a way and just kind of do my thing, not care too much. Otherwise, all the arguing, it becomes a lot. And it kind of sucks the fun out of the thing you're supposed to enjoy. Yeah, here is more sketching, but nothing is visible. Uh, yeah, so I just kind of skipped a bit. Oh, here is a girl. I was kind of, this is my first sketching video that I'm recording, so I was kind of nervous. I didn't know what to even draw. Uh, I didn't know what to draw, so I just, as always, decided to draw some fashion and stuff. Ah, I have a little post-it note with the cool words and sentences that I heard and saw around on the internet. I love graffiti. Uh, Sometimes you just don't know what to draw. So, yeah, it's okay to take inspiration from elsewhere. I don't know. My camera is not very good because I use my phone camera. Oh, here's more Ahsoka. Uh, we kind of, me and my girlfriend, we rewrote the canon and the biology of Togrutas. We kind of see them as space cows, so four boobs and very big species, so including Ahsoka too. It took a while to get the design where I liked it, like when I was sketching them in the first place. But I ended up being kind of happy. It was either this or like one big boob with with the cows with four nipples. But we ended up going a different route. Oh, here's just some guy. You can see me draw this rabbit a lot. Uh, I usually prefer drawing like anthros to humans. It's not, I don't know, I never related to like furries because, not because I'm ashamed or anything. I just don't feel like these, my animal people, fit that well in the general furry style. But I love furries like as designs and stuff. Uh, I don't know. I've tried working in a more uh, furry style, but I never got the hang of it. There are so many talented furry artists. Mm. Uh, yeah, a lot of which I follow. Uh, I don't know. I like it. I like animal people. Some more of the pencil brush, me checking if it's if it's still fine, if it ran out, but it didn't. It's just I can eventually I can start feeling when it starts drying out inside. Uh, it's very problematic. I live in Croatia, so you cannot get a lot of art tools here, especially the art tools that I need, like the refills and stuff. I have to order everything online, so I always am like panicking, like, oh, what if it dries out now? I have to wait for like 3 months to get a new one. I usually work in acrylics, which you can see here, uh, and I don't know. I would like to try gouache, uh, but good paints are expensive. Uh, I mean, it does make a difference. Like, good paints won't make you a good artist. Good brand of acrylics, it won't make you learn anatomy or the color theory or perspective. Like, it won't. But there is a big difference how, when you use them as opposed to cheap paints that you can get from Teddy and stuff. Uh, there is a difference in the quality of the color and especially in the way it covers things. So these ones are, I think, Goya, uh, but I prefer another brand, which is what my white paint is, and it's such a good cover. It's so good, it's so thick, it covers everything. So when I mix the colors, the lighter colors end up being so good. I will need to get more of that brand. And the brushes, oh my god, I spent a lot of them. They are like €5. I bought them in Slovenia, but they were totally worth it. Like, I can notice such a difference. When you use paints, I advise that you actually check the type of paint that the brushes are suited for. Oh my god, next time I'm gonna throw out the paint mixing too. You don't need to see this. But yeah, uh, you cannot use the gouache brushes for acrylics or acrylics for gouache. I mean, you can. I used it for a long time. But then I switched and I immediately noticed such a huge difference. in the way the color remains and how much it covers and how opaque it is. Uh, and like this is also something about good paints which I noticed. I couldn't get a good purple with a really bad pink paint that I had. But when I got a good one, I immediately was able to get really good pink, really good purple. Okay, some shading. I very rarely mix colors with black. I think I only do it in the blue case, but usually I mix colors with each. Uh, I mean, it's like one of the things, so you should never ever mix color with black. Even red I mix with blue for shading. But also, then again, you have chiaroscuro, which is a perfectly valid route in art. Like, it's a valid art style. So I guess there are not really any rules as to what to do and what not to do. Uh, like, I go off the Impressionism school of art, which says that you should not mix it. But that's just my style. When you look at the old chiaroscuro pieces, they are very, very beautiful. And you can definitely use black for shading if you want. But yeah, my personal advice is not to. Uh, but then again, who am I to tell you what to do and what not to do? Oh yeah, I use different colors for shading. Like I will shade red with purple. It's generally good to use the colors that are on the opposite sides of the color spectrum uh, for like highlights and for like shading. So I enjoy, even though they are not complementary colors, I enjoy putting blue on red and red on blue and kind of playing around with the colors. Love shading yellow with blue too. It kind of gives it this ethereal feeling, in my opinion. I kind of messed this up. I know I was quite displeased with it. I ended up covering it, but now looking back on it, it looked pretty fine that way. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. I will use black to make uh, better blue for shading. Oh, in other news, I mean, I guess what do people even talk over the sketching videos? Uh, I'm leaving soon for comics festival. I'm primarily a comics artist, but I do have an animation degree. I just, I don't know. I like doing animation, but not as much as I do comics. Comics are kind of like the art medium of people. You really don't need much of anything to draw comics. You just need a paper and a pen, and that's it. You don't even have to know how to draw. Like my favorite comic, Box Office Poison. Uh, it's it's a kind of chunkily drawn comic. Like uh, it's not very polished. It's not very I don't know, like how do I say it, technically superior, but it's still my favorite comic because the story is so good and the art is so charming. So I advise that you check it out, to give it a look. The perspective is all wonky, but it works so well because it's like that. It wouldn't be the same comic if if it was like properly measured and everything. Like it wouldn't have the same charm. Oh, this was me forgetting my brown. I usually don't need more colors than black, white, blue, yellow, and red. the basic color theory, but sometimes it's really good to have it. Oh, the light changed because my sister walked in. Uh, you usually can get all the colors that you need from those colors, but I found that uh, you can sometimes it's better to get like an actual green, especially light green, or uh, or pink. I use pink a lot. Oh, this is, I don't know how it's called in English, but this is basically diluted ink. It's black ink which you mix with water. I did a lot of art in this style. I once did like a full year Inktober uh, using this style. Uh, and it's very fun, but eventually I did so much of it that I got bored of it. I want to use it more again now that I kind of got over my trauma. I used to work as a journalist, comic artist, like making cartoons every day except for the weekends, and it was black and white in this style. Uh, but as I said, sometimes you just get bored of the same things. Like I spent almost 2 years doing the exact same thing every day. It was a really big thing in my like professional life, but I did get sick of it eventually. Uh, I don't work there anymore, which is not very good for me, but uh, it did give me some kind of freedom in the artistic way. It's too bad it was a good project. I still enjoy this black and white look. I was thinking of doing Inktober this year, but I'm already doing Kinktober, and I don't think I'll have time. And besides, as I said, I once did a full year long Inktober. I did not miss a single day. Even when I was like feeling sick and stuff, I would still make myself do uh, ink drawing every single day, and it was a bit too much, I think. Like, I don't know, it's such a huge feat that I pulled off, but in the end, well, okay, I would say it was worth it. To me, it was. Uh, but since a lot of the drawings dealt with like mental health and my mental illnesses and stuff, you know, it was kind of hard, like to get it done. I don't know. I've tried doing it again a few times, but then I got on my medication, so uh, I just kind of stopped. Like, I could not pull it off the second time. And, well, after it, like, I did it while I was in college and I had much less obligations. And sure, I was working on, like, my diploma and my thesis. I did, like, 3 animated films during college. Uh, but I still had much less work to do than I do now. I work on a webcomic, and you have deadlines. You have things that you have to send to your employers, and I just didn't have time to do another year-long Inktober. I, Especially because I got back into sketchbooking, I got into using paints and stuff. So I would rather be doing a sketchbook drawing each day than once again black and white Inktober. Hmm. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, I'm sad that I never properly scanned all those Inktober, uh, all those Inktober drawings because I wished to publish it in a book, but then it was a lot of like my own mental health and stuff. Uh, and I just kind of lost the will to do it. Oh yeah, I'm using acrylic markers here to add some pizzazz. I changed the sleeves on the girl. I did not like them red, but now looking back, maybe I should have kept them red. Uh, I recently got these acrylic markers and they're really good. They are from like AliExpress. They were not expensive at all. Uh, I can't remember the price, but I think I got like 60 something colors for less than 30 euros. I would definitely buy them again. They are so, so good and they cover really well. Mm. I mostly use them for highlights because I don't want to like spend the precious little thing on painting. Like I already have the acrylic colors, and they are some of the most, I would say, well, they pay off the best in terms of what you can do with them and the price. Like one acrylic tube, it lasts me for months, and I use them a lot. God, I was so nervous while making this video. I hope it will go away if I make more. Uh, and I also apologize for my English. English is not my first language. I was just making a little background. I never know what to do with backgrounds and stuff. I have a friend who's really, really good at them. I can only do backgrounds if I do like an actual scene. And even like it's I prefer it to just making shapes and colors because I never ever know what to do. Oh, this is the Croatian flag background. I only now noticed that. I love uh, grids like these. You might see them a lot in my art. I was kind of sick of drawing at this point, but I kept going. As I said, it's just nerves. I guess it goes away with practice. And there are a lot of YouTubers I really admire. They always have something interesting to talk about over their sketches. Uh, I don't know, I hope it's at least mildly entertaining what I have to say, and that the accent is not too much of a problem. I used to live stream like digitally, and I never had this much of anxiety or pressure. It's like, oh my god, I cannot make any mistakes. And I keep reminding myself, like, I can just cut off the parts that I don't like. Uh, like, I can just edit them out, but I'm not very good with editing either. I used to have classes on post production and using Premiere Pro and After Effects, but I was not very good at them because I have ADHD and I did not have the meds. I had a kind of loony therapist myself, uh, but the thing is, they don't always trust women when they come and say they have ADHD. So, yeah, that's expected. Mm. Like, the thing about traditional art is sometimes you just gotta live with your mistakes, which is like it gives you that thrill, and acrylics are very forgiving, you can cover them up. But yeah, all that's almost everything I had to say for this video. Uh, it's nearing the end. I don't know. Let me know if you liked it, if you watched it till the end, if I should make more of these. Like, even with all the pressure, it was very fun. Uh, like, I enjoyed making it. And I made one more. I enjoyed that one too, but I would really like to show my sketching process as well, but just doesn't show well on the camera because I use my phone for filming. Uh, I don't know. I don't feel confident to invest into a proper camera yet. But next time, I promise I'm cutting out the color mixing parts. Yeah, I would recommend everyone to get a sketchbook, but I'm kind of like a sketchbook missionary. Oh yeah, the sketchbook I use is Leuchtturm 1917. I don't know how it's pronounced. Um, it's the best sketchbook I've ever had. So yeah. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for watching. Uh, and see you next time. Bye.